All right, so the question is, I'm building a website and I don't know if I should publish it before it's absolutely 100% perfect or if I should wait until it's perfect and then put it out. So here's my kind of, as much as I can shorten it, answer. Long story short, I would say publish it yesterday and get out a few things that you really want and leave the rest behind for now. Any future projects that you're doing or creating, you can always add those in later. Right now, it's just really good to get it out there. And I know people are so hesitant about doing this. I talk to clients all the time who are so scared to launch their product or service or website. And I think it has a lot to do with the value that you put on yourself. And I think there's so many different types of clients, but there's either clients, most of my clients can be categorized in two different sections. Either they're very confident, they have great sales skills, and they just don't have the products and services carved out. So that's your typical person that's posting photos all the time, that's always out doing things, and yet doesn't have a clear plan or schedule. And the way that you can tell this from just a random person's view is ask yourself, do you know exactly how that person makes money? If it's not exactly clear how that person makes money, chances are they're not very clear on it either, and they're kind of just shooting around in the dark. So I have a ton of clients who create their websites and then they're like, well, I need a Facebook strategy. So then they start Facebook and they make their group and everything's going great on there and they're adding people. And then they need a Pinterest account and then they need to pin this. And then they heard that email lists are what you need to do. So you need to build. So then they make a form and they put that on their site. And it kind of just like builds over time to where they're then doing 20 different things and they have no idea what direction to go in. And they have no idea like where the return is actually coming. And they're not even worried about selling products anymore. They're just like worried about the next magic thing to happen. So I always make sure with those clients to get a very, very clear process of exactly what we're going to do. How are you making money? Where do you want the leads to come in the most? And where can we make the most impact? On the other side of that, I have clients that absolutely have the products and services completely ready to go. They have amazing things. They've literally been selling these products and services at the coffee shop when someone asks about it, or in a random, location, or networking out with friends, and they don't even have a website and they don't even know what's going on with social media, and yet they're still making thousands of dollars every month. So the other clients look at those people and they're like, how are you doing this? I'm literally doing Pinterest and Facebook and all these other things, and I'm trying to figure this out, and I'm making all this content and I'm not making $1, and I'm actually spending hundreds of dollars. And then I have these clients who are making thousands of dollars and they're like, well, I've heard that online is a good place to start. How do I get into it? Like, how can I sell these products online? And so for those people, I think this question comes the most for them. Like, just realize that there's so many other people out there that are trying so hard and like they have all these strategies, but they have nothing figured out. So if you have your business figured out and you know how you're making money, keep a very, very clear path of that and keep that in mind. Keep the goals in mind, because that's where you're going to want to push all the traffic. That's where you're going to want to push every single thing. Like, you're not going to want to be doing 25 different random websites and strategies. You're going to want to stick to one clear strategy, and then you can, add in Pinterest and add in Facebook and add in these things over time, but it doesn't have to be to begin with, and you can build everything over time. So don't worry if you're like, oh, in 12 years I wanted to start this new thing and I wanted to do this and do that. Literally take everything from your website off and put on the one thing that people ask you the most, or the one way that they can connect with you, or the one button that they can choose to make a difference in their life and make a difference in your life. That's where it all starts. And if you're doing a million things, step back, take a second to relax and really think about it, and only do the things that are very strategic to your business plan. And if you have no plan online and you have goals and you have clients and you have business coming in, really start with your website. Start with buying your domain name, getting your business email, and getting your social media set up and ready to go, and then make a very clear plan, and do not spend more than 1 day a month on it at first. You can literally spend like 2 years trying to learn this stuff and still not know anything. I've literally spent 7 years trying to learn this stuff, and I still am learning something new every single day. But just start slowly. Start the process slowly, but get it up. Literally put 2 things on your website and push publish and get your business card and start passing that out to people, because yes, there are so many more people looking online, there's so many more people watching videos, there's people out there doing things, and they will see your stuff. And then if people are like, hey, you don't have pricing on your site, or hey, I really want to see a picture of this, how come it's not on there, then you can add it. There's no problem in adding things later and adding on pages later and making things better. Think about the best people you know, which I know you want to be exactly like today, but think about those people and imagine what their lives would be like if they never started their online business until it was at the point where it is now. I mean, it's kind of absurd when you think about it. It's like, why wouldn't you publish the website now and wait until it's perfect? Like, no one does that. No one has done that that's actually been successful. They publish what they know, they publish a minimum viable product, and then over time they add in more and they change it up. So don't be afraid. Get the website up and then add in more, and keep it super, super simple and make it easy for people to change their lives.